I need to see what Comer's take is on this. You guys got to sit through this with me because I'm not going to suffer alone through this horse shit. That this suspicious activity report that clearly came from a pro-Trump maggot at one of these banks is now part of the conversation, and it's been floated around. And again, it comes from 2018.
Congressman James Comer highlights Hunter Biden's suspicious transactions flagged his bank in 2018. Here's One America's John Hines.
Chairman James Comer of the Oversight Committee, sir, you have some very interesting information which became available to your committee. It was, I guess, a report from one of the banks, an investigator.
Yeah, a report from one of the banks.
Investigator, I believe. What did he say about some of these transactions?
Not an investigator, just
with Hunter Biden and the money that he was receiving from some of these foreign entities.
Yeah, John, well, what we released yesterday was an email from the top compliance officer from one of the banks where the Bidens were banking. This is a very credible, reputable, big regional bank.
Okay, so they decided, let me get this straight. It's a credible regional bank, very big, very credible regional bank. And the Bidens decided to run their money through a credible, big regional bank. So do you think the mistake was that, was committing a crime at all, or just not getting an account at Deutsche Bank?
And what this compliance officer did is kind of the snapshot of how a bank would make a decision of whether or not to file one of those suspicious activity reports to Treasury, indicating that they fear their client has broken the law. And in the email, it went down all the list of potential red flags and violations from the transaction. And it was a $5 million wire from China. The first thing the examiner noticed was this went to—
Look at them stacking Chinese yuan.
To a pretty much dormant account in a company.
Nice B-roll.
That served no purpose, which is what we've been calling a shell company. And
Oh, I see. You've been calling it a shell company.
And it was a $5 million wire
of China money.
China, which the size of the wire and the fact that it was from China would be a
would automatically trigger this red flag thing.
Red flag for any account. But when you throw
for any, there it is, ladies and gentlemen, there it is. There it is.
And it was a $5 million wire from China, which the size of the wire and the fact that it was from China would be a red flag for any account.
There you go. Would be a red flag. So these suspicious activity reports, which since 9/11 there have been hundreds upon hundreds of thousands of them, millions of them. Yeah, anybody would get.
But when you throw in that it's an account that clearly was a fake account from.
It's a fake account. So this big regional bank that's very respected has fake accounts.
From a fake company, that was a red flag. And then the fact that it was.
Well, it's a brand new company. It was actually a joint venture. It was put together for the specific purpose of buying this thing. It didn't exist before. It was new. That was seed money. That happens all the time. It happens all the time in Delaware.
From a politically exposed person.
Why is he politically exposed? His dad was out of office.
Meaning someone of great influence.
So former vice presidents are people of great influence, and if they do any kind of $1 million business, then we should be concerned. Let's see. Hold on one second. Let's see. Scroll this down. Hold on. I have to just see. Whoops. Just looking something up right now, if I may. Where's the? Yeah. Okay. Hey, like just for example, Richard Dick Cheney, if I may. Why is this? No, you're closing up. Open up everything, you silly. Richard Dick Cheney over here. Get back up here. open this guy too. Oh, there we go. Sorry, chat room. There you go. His net worth right there, $150 million. There it is. Just so I guess it wouldn't be as big a surprise if he got money coming in from overseas. Or
And
something.
they looked, and obviously the politically exposed person is the vice president's son.
Okay, what politically exposed? If there's not like a bigger bullshit phrase in all of this nonsense, I have yet to hear it.
And they had read press accounts where at
this person, they just read press
this
accounts.
particular time, the vice president's son was on drugs. He was in bad financial shape. And
So this person just working at the bank during the Trump administration had just saw this deal happening, and they'd read news stories.
this was according to his ex-wife, so they had seen that in press accounts, and they
Hunter's ex-wife
knew that China was buying influence with American politicians
and former politicians, I guess. Which how does that work?
through vulnerable children. That's just one of the ways China gains influence. That's the way one.
Yeah, that's how they gain influence, is to find somebody who's no longer in politics and do a deal to buy a company in the United States that they actually want.
That China gets their foot in the door in American policy. They do it through politicians, family members,
Well, in this case, former politicians.
susceptible family members. So
Susceptible family. Well, the impervious family members, you wouldn't be able to pull that off at all.
all these boxes were checked. And that's what the compliance officer was notifying the head of the bank. Look, we've got a problem here.
No, there was a maggot at that bank, is what it is.
And, this could be.
It's like, seriously, this is QAnon shit. This is how we find out that the bank had a QAnon at their fucking place. And one of the reasons we're going to find out later is that the name of this person was redacted, not to protect them, but because they were fired for being a psychopath.
Bribery. This could be money laundering.
It could be a valid business investment, and the seed money for a greater investment that would grow from there, which is why it was done at a regional bank.
This could be tax evasion because they were trying to claim it was a loan. That was the last thing I'll say, John. I'm sure the compliance officer reached out to Hunter Biden and said, "What is this $5 million wire?" And obviously he or someone replied back that it was a loan. I mean, how many more loans? We didn't know that was, so that was a loan too. That puts it about $13 or $14 million in loans that the Bidens have got. So
that money isn't, he didn't take that out. Rob Walker got that. This is a CEFC payment for the other place. We've talked about this a bunch.
the bank compliance officer said what I've been saying when Joe Biden said that $250,000 check we found was a loan. Okay, provide the loan
That wasn't $250,000. There's 200 at one point and 40 from his sister-in-law.
documents. Well, they couldn't
Nitpicking, I don't care.
provide loan documents, John, because it was not a loan. And then the last thing in that letter, I mean, there was so much in that one paragraph. It said that if Hunter Biden's in fact a financial advisor and he's taking fees out, the normal fees for an investment would be between 2 and 5%. They said he took 58% for fees. So, every red flag
He didn't take 2.5 million out for fees.
in banking that could be
This was flagged on the wire for the money coming in, not where it went.
was posted in that email. And
Hold on. Let me see if I can get a copy of this letter. Let's take a look at it. Bank memo, Hunter Biden. Top oversight science deal here, keeping Hunter Biden hearing out of public view. Should at least bankrupt dealing in Hunter Biden. Community bankrupt member. Where is it? Biden investigating oversight releases new Hunter Biden memo showing payments from foreign oligarchs. Whatever. Is that it? Hold on. Devin Archer, transcribed interview, blah, blah, blah. I'm looking for it right now. Thank you so much, CSL. There it is. This is the guy. Here it is. Bless you. Love you for that. Hi. It opens importance. Hi. And it also opens. Hi. We've been monitoring the subject customer due to the PEP designation, and observations on the account activity as well as recent negative news indicate this entity to be high risk. Hold on. PEP designation. Politically exposed person. That's why he calls it that. This is a politically exposed person designation. Since the initial funding of $5 million from Northern International Capital Holdings, HK Limited, on 8/8/17, as a business loan, it was noted that there was no loan agreement document submitted. The funds in the account have primarily funded 16 wires ranging from $174.99 to $400,000, totaling 2.9 to blah, blah, blah. Clearing Services, LLC, further, Owasco PC law firm in D.C., further credit, so multiple things. These payments were indicated as management fees and reimbursements. We find it unusual that approximately 58% of the funds were transferred to the law firm in a few months, and the frequency of payments appear erratic. It was also previously indicated that Hudson West 3 LLC does not currently have any investment products at this time, which raises further concerns as the millions are being paid, but does not appear to have any services rendered by Owasco PC. Furthermore, there's been negative news regarding the beneficial owner of Owasco PC. That's his business company, which is different because that's not the money this was wired into. It's just he's paying it out to his legal fees. And again, there has been negative news regarding the beneficial owner. Robert Hunter Biden, son of former Vice President Joe Biden, regarding allegations by his ex-wife that there were financial concerns about his extravagant spending on his own interests, drugs, strip clubs, prostitutes, etc., which may put his family in deep financial hole. More recent news indicates China targeting children of politicians and purchase of political influence through sweetheart deals, specifically Hunter Biden's $1.5 billion deal with the Chinese state to establish a private equity firm in which they manage the funds over time and make huge fees. By the way, this looks like it was quoted from Trump. The management company's purpose is to invest in companies that benefit Chinese government, benefit the Chinese government. Okay. Thus, the activity on the account appears unusual with no current business purpose, and along with the recent negative news, regarding Dr. Patrick Ho Ping's trial in the below email, may require reevaluation of Black relationship with the customer for your comment. And they attached a Wall Street Journal, a Breitbart article, Western Journal, and US Magazine? Magazine? Hold on, shit. Is there a plus on this? USmagazine.com, Western Journal, flashback, blah, blah, blah. Can I copy this? Of course not. Yeah, so this person is quoting fucking Breitbart about the bad news about it. And so from this person or whatever at somethingbank.com, whatever the bank is, June 26, 2018, 4:30 in the afternoon, right before they go home for work. Subject, Hudson West 3 wire transfer order, $1 million to Owasco LLC, importance high. So the idea that he was trying to wire out $1 million from that account to him is this point. And I think this is when the deal fell apart. This is the fuck you money. This is when the thing had fallen apart, and they're like, yeah, that's what it is. Yeah. So this person's quoting Breitbart. Just get the fuck out of here. It's so lame. Where was it? Where we go? There we go.
And that's the severity of it, because it validates everything.
I mean, honest to God, you have a bank person writing a letter about Hunter Biden and how he can't be trusted, and they're quoting Breitbart.
Thing that we've been saying about the president's son, he had shell companies. They were money laundering.
Yeah, that's not true.
He was an unregistered foreign agent for our biggest enemy in the world, and he's susceptible to bribery, to being compromised, and that's what the whole purpose of our investigation.
That's the whole purpose, is to say these things, not to prove these things.
Unregistered foreign agent for our biggest enemy in the world, and he's susceptible to bribery, to being.
Why would he be susceptible to bribery? His dad's not in office anymore.
Compromise, and that's what the whole purpose of our investigation.
Congressman James Comer, 1st District of Kentucky, Chairman of the House Oversight Committee. Sir, thank you for talking to us on One American News.
Thank you, John.
For all
Thank you, John, who I know personally as a feller, and you're great, and that's wonderful, and a bunch of shit. Can I just hold on? Let me see if I can grab on here. Well, we'll just follow this through as it goes. It's just silliness. But I like the fact that these guys actively just cited this dude put Breitbart in there. Like, one of the things they keep bringing up is that like 40 different FBI agencies across this great country of ours received criminal information on the Bidens, and they rejected it because it was all the same shit from the same people. Hold on, which was Breitbart reveal. Oh, that's the actual article. Exclusive. Peter Schweizer reveals Joe Biden's son's massive deal with Chinese company trying to steal America's nuclear secrets. Hold on, this is good stuff. Hold on. This is from 20th of March 2018. That says exclusive. Peter Schweizer reveals Joe Biden's son's massive deal with Chinese company trying to steal America's nuclear secrets. President of the Government Accountability Institute, author of the new book, Secret Empires, How the American Political Class Hides Corruption and Enriches Family and Friends. Joint series at Breitbart News, talk about this. In an interview with them, editors-at-large Rebecca Mansour and Joel Pollack, Schweitzer highlighted the financial relationship between Hunter Biden and the Chinese state, including a $1.5 billion deal establishing a private equity firm, as an illustration that he dubbed the new corruption. He further explained how foreign governments purchase political influence through sweetheart deals. There's that guy's... The guy in that letter directly quotes the Breitbart article about sweetheart deals. It's just interesting. If you're going to borrow the language from someplace else. Also, let's see. Biden, China, private. Let's see. I have to find probably. Let's see. Hunter Biden and China sorting through the murky thing. And yeah, so in terms of, let's go to here, if I may. Let me go to here first. This is the weirder part. So this is the $1.5 billion storyline. This nonsense. It's pretty adorable. So Trump says Hunter Biden walks out of China with $1.5 billion. Biden lawyers say that's not true. Okay, let's break this down a little bit. Alleged Wednesday that Hunter Biden got China to put $1.5 billion in a fund, an assertion that's been flatly denied by Biden's lawyer, who said his client has not received anything from the investment. That's from Schweitzer's book, Secret Empires. The first detailed how Hunter Biden flew to China on Air Force Two with his father in 2013. Schweitzer wrote in the summary of the book that 10 days after the Bidens arrived in China, Hunter Biden's firm scored a $1.5 billion deal with a subsidiary of Chinese government's Bank of China. Trump on Wednesday said, when Biden's son walks out of China with $1.5 billion in a fund, and the biggest funds in the world can't get money out of China, and he's there with one quick meeting, and he flies in on Air Force Two, I think that's a horrible thing. It's a horrible thing. Trump made his comments on the day that the White House released a transcript of his conversation, which he urged the president of Ukraine to look into Biden's work as a board member of Burisma and all that kind of shit. Okay. Inquiry into the conversation with Zelensky. Right. Hunter Biden did travel with his father on Air Force Two, December 4th, 2013. 12 days later, Hunter Biden joined the board of a just-formed investment advisory firm known as BHR, whose partners included Chinese entities. Affiliates of the advisory firm said they planned to raise 1.5 affiliates of the advisory firm. This is the Bobolinsky dude. Some media reports over the past 5 years have described Hunter Biden as an owner of a private equity company that sought to raise that amount. However, George Mazier's lawyer for Hunter Biden said in an interview earlier this year that his client role has been misconstrued. He said Hunter Biden was on the board of the advisory firm that did not directly invest, but instead advised those who did. Moreover, Mazier said it was not until October 2017 that Hunter Biden acquired a financial stake in BHR. Hunter Biden bought a 10% equity interest that was worth $430,000 in July. Azir said at least half of the firm's stake is owned by Chinese entities, according to business records. To date, Mr. Biden has not received any return or compensation on account of his investment or his position on the board of directors. The characterization of Mr. Biden as owning a $1.5 billion private equity firm funded by the Chinese or suggested that Mr. Biden has earned millions of dollars from the firm is a gross misrepresentation of Mr. Biden's role in BHR. The other thing, too, is, if I may, this is the sorting through the murky business deal, blah, blah, blah. If your time is short. Hunter Biden, son of former Vice President Joe Biden, had an investment deal that involved the Bank of China, but Trump's $1.5 billion figure may be exaggerated. How much it's exaggerated is unclear given lack of disclosures. We found no evidence that either of the Bidens broke any laws, but experts in political ethics say that the elder Biden would have been better served if his son had never gotten involved in the investment entity linked to China. Again, this is in 2017, post-presidency, whatever. Experts say it's not unusual for the Chinese government and state-affiliated businesses to court prominent Americans and their family members. Ivanka Trump, for example, was granted potentially lucrative trademark protections by the Chinese government while she was serving as a White House official. So Hunter Biden joins this firm at a $430,000 stake for 10% of the non-Chinese part of the this to get a potential on any investments that panned out from this huge investment fund, which went away, by the way. And he's in trouble because 2017, because neither one of them are in fucking office anymore. Biden's not in office anymore, and it doesn't matter. But while Trump is president, Ivanka, gets. By the way, when as a favor from China. Let's see. An interview with Fox, Trump accused previous administration of being soft on China, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, Biden's son received over $1 billion from Chinese government state-owned bank. Meet Joe Biden, China's puppet. That was it. He delved into Hunter's business in China last fall, and around it became the talking point of Trump. We found that Hunter Biden did, in fact, have an investment deal that involved the Bank of China, but that Trump's 1.5 figure is exaggerated. During Joe Biden's tenure as vice president, a group of investment consulting firms run by Hunter Biden and Devin Archer pursued business with international entities that had a stake in American foreign policy decisions, sometimes in countries where connections implied political influence and protection. That's the New York Times report on it. One of the opportunities Biden found was in China. So let's take a look at that article. This would be Biden faces conflict of interest questions that are being promoted by Trump and allies. This is 2017 in Kiev. Again, this is after the renewed scrutiny. This might be 2017 before they left office. That picture, anyways. His foreign policy role, Joe Biden exclusively embraced during his browbeating Ukraine's notoriously corrupt government to clean up its act. So pressure campaign eventually worked. The prosecutor general, long a target of criticism from Western national leaders, was voted out months later by Ukrainian parliament. Among those at stake in the outcome was Biden. That was the Burisma. Yale-educated lawyer discharged from the after testing positive for cocaine. He would be paid as much as $50,000 a month in some months for his work at Burisma. So we've covered this shit before, but I would like to show you this other thing real quick on the side. Private equity firms seek a way out of China after U.S. $1.5 trillion betting spree. Mounting concern. This is the reality of what's happening there right now. People are bugging the fuck out. This is from November 14th of this year. Mounting concerns about the risks of investing in China have seen secondary buyers demanding discounts of 30% more to 50%. Sources say deals in China involving private equity firms are on track to slide for a second straight year after plunging by 50% last year, according to Bloomberg. So, yeah, that's that.